While we learn about the opposition on the pitch, Wiser learns how to heat my home.
Well, it's been over a month since we've had this normal sort of pre-match sit down. Just sum up the last month, and has it been good in a lot of ways?
I think so, because I think it kind of has let us spend a bit of time thinking and talking, just talking and having meetings, and it's giving the players a bit of time to reflect as well, which I think was important. And as coaches, probably as a whole rugby side. Initially after the Saracens game, obviously we were a bit disappointed with some things that happened in the game. I think, interestingly, when we reviewed it, we've done a lot of good things in the game, and there's a period where we've really challenged Saracens, and a few odd things happened in the game. There was however you never want to turn around and look and go, how did that happen? There was a few odd things that happened in the game around some decisions that got made that definitely counted against us around just before half time and start second half. That, however we want to look at it, they dented our momentum a little bit, probably dented where we were getting to, and then we didn't recover and Saracens took huge advantage of it. But I didn't come out of that game kind of despondent in any way with where we were as a team. I saw quite a lot of positive things. And actually, since then, obviously, we gave the lads a bit of a break. We had a good week and a little bit off. They came back in then midweek the following week, and we've had some good training. But I think the thing that's the most encouraging, I think the players have grabbed hold of quite a lot of stuff. The players have had some of their own meetings. The players have made some decisions on where they want to move to. Because I think this is the thing as well. I think it's really important that we don't all just sit here looking backwards. Because I actually think that the most important thing is you always move forward. If you've had successful seasons, the tough thing is moving forward to the next one and moving forward to the next thing and being the next winning team and the next team that's going to win something, the next team that's going to achieve. And that's how I want the players to talk now. I don't want them to be sitting there going, oh, we didn't do this, we've let ourselves down. Those things have happened now. It's about where we go. It's the same with the coach staff. It's about where we go. It's about how we talk about how good it is to be an Exeter Chiefs player, how good it is to be involved with this rugby club, the things we can achieve together, the energy we want to put into it, the enthusiasm we want to have for playing together. And actually, to be fair, we've got quite a strong playing group, and there's some guys there who've grabbed hold of some of that. And that's why I'm really looking forward to Friday, because I think we'll see the effect that that's had, and if it can have that effect this quickly. Because I think we'll be quite vibrant and very energetic and emotional. But we're also going to have to be resilient. The tough thing can be is having a good few weeks training and it feeling good and feeling vibrant and feeling energetic. That's great, and you kind of have a feeling you can take that into the game. The trouble can be if someone slaps you in the face and an early try goes in and you've got to dig in and fight. And those will be the things I really want to see, and I'm really looking forward to this play. I think these games can be as much about where we want to go next season as they can be anything else.
You obviously know that things are out of your hands now, but you've still got 10 vital points to play for, and strange things can happen in sport. You've just got to go for it now, I guess, in a lot of ways.
Yeah, well, even look at the Premiership, the end of the Premiership. All of a sudden it looks like Liverpool have blown it because they draw, and then what happens? Manchester City have a draw, and all of a sudden, anything can come out of nowhere. Just as everything you feel like it's there and things are aligning and these battles are happening. So the only thing we can do is, what's our opportunity on Friday? Our opportunity is to play well, because we obviously want to play well, and if we win, we put some pressure on those teams around us, because then we at least force them into having to do some things and collect some points. Because if they fail to collect points over the next 2 rounds, and we do, we give ourselves a great opportunity, and that's what we want to do. I want to have some real excitement and some energy around the end of the season, because what we might be able to get involved in. We haven't been in that scenario for 6-7 years. We had a really good end to the season a while ago, where results potentially last round could have got us in the top 4. Things didn't go our way on that day, but I remember that being a really exciting end to the season. And if anything, that actually probably drove the progress we made for the following year and the following year. And I think that's what I want to see. I want to see just some excitement and some energy and some emotion, and let it be a foundation for the things this club wants to achieve going forward.
Should you not make the playoffs, people will say, oh, Exeter have had a terrible season, but by and large you'll look at it much more in depth than that. You've had a lot of issues, you've had injuries, you've had close results where another day there's still a lot of positive to take from it, isn't there?
I think it's a difficult one, because I can sit here and I can reel off all kinds of stats about player availability. When you sit here and go, I think Luke Handicky's been available for 4 Premiership games. and that's all he's going to play. He's unlikely to feature unless we get to semi-finals, finals. And you look at something like that, and he's been an on-field captain, and then you go to the next player, Sam Simmons, who in his season running into getting set for the British Lions, 20 odd Premiership games in his single figures, and you work your way through. Jacques Vermeulen, who would have been a guy you'd expect to be fit all year and would have been able to be one of those guys you could fill in around and rotate around the back five. He's 5-6 games you've been available. Harry Williams is down at that level. Johnny Gray is down at that level. You start to go through.
They're key cogs.
Yeah, and they're important. When you start to work through, I think I counted probably nearly half of what we'd expect our 23 have been available for about single figures Premiership games, and then or less. And I think when you look at it like that, but then at the same time, I'm really keen. I don't want to sit here and go and make excuses, because I've also, as you say, watched us lose games that we were very capable of winning by the last score of the game, and they should never even come to the last score of the game. The Wasps game out here, people must be able to remember it. We're in the lead, we dropped the ball over their try line, and we managed, and we could see 2 late tries. Yes, we picked up 2 points in that game, and that was 3 points gone. We lost to Newcastle here at home, and they've scored the last score of the game. I think it was the same with Northampton. We managed to get a red card in the first half at Worcester, which really challenged us, but we still should have won the game. But we've managed to see 2 of the softest tries I've seen us concede this season. You tick along and go, come on. There's been more there in us, and so I'm really kind of looking for the players to take that on board and have this reset that the big games come every week. I think it's been one of our big strengths, how big games have been every week, how games at Sandy Park have been huge games for us, and we've made this place a real fortress. This place has been like a graveyard for other teams for quite a while. It's not been like that for a little while now. These are some of the things we can talk about, and we can learn, and we can decide we're really going to revisit. And that's really important to me, that we learn from this year, all of us, and that includes me, the coaching staff, but players, and we take this experience on to make us a better team. Because if you don't take it on to be a better team, you don't take it on, you become a mediocre team, and that's the one thing I want to make sure we really fight against.
And obviously these last 2 games would be pivotal, whether or not you make it or not into the playoffs, to lead into next season. That's the foundations you want to build.
There's also we've got to make sure we want to be in the top European competition as well. And there's possibilities that us playing poorly can dump us out of that as well. So we've got to open our eyes and see what's around. But realistically, let's show people that there's going to be something special coming next year. That's the big thing I want to see. And I want us to show that by, like I say, our energy and our emotion. If we get things wrong on the field, we get them wrong. That they will happen. But let's make sure our energy levels and our emotional buy into the game are absolutely spot on.
What of Bristol? What are you expecting? Again, they've not played for a few weeks, a bit like ourselves. What are you expecting?
Well, I imagine they'll have done a bit this few weeks like we have. They've kind of probably had some team meetings and some a few individual meetings, and just kind of assessing where they are, where they've gone well, where they've not gone so well, and they'll have started that process of thinking about how these games can affect them next season and how they can start that process now. So that'll be the challenge. We're probably both on a little bit of a similar pathway. Obviously the difference is we potentially have that bit more to play for if we can get a result, but who will deal with that pressure better? Will it free up Bristol to just be going for it? Because if they're free and they just go for it, they're probably lethal. You know what I mean? And we'll see. We'll see. But as I said, I'm kind of looking forward to it, because I want to see which players want to grab hold of this and lead us forward. And we've spoken to the players about that. It's about moving forward. It's not about looking backwards anymore. It's about moving forward, and it's a great opportunity for some guys, because teams change, and young players can rip places away from other lads. There's opportunities out on that field for everybody, and I want to see the guys who want to take them.